All right. Good evening, everyone. It is 6 o'clock on the dot, and I'm going to respect everyone's time here because you have given up, your time to join us today for our online session. Firstly, before I get into the nitty gritties, Mañano, is my audio clear? Is my video fine? Everything cool?
Yeah, your audio is clear and
Yeah.
your video is fine. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome, great, great. All right, guys, my name is Tato. Surname is Garekwi, and I am the founder and CEO of Rekisa E-commerce Solutions. I didn't come alone tonight. I am here with my team. The other voice that you heard is Mañano, who's part of our marketing team, and then we have Tabang, who's part of our sales team. And Tabang actually knows way more than I do when it comes to these chatbots. But I'll try my utmost best to be as clear and as articulate as I can be as I show you how to set up these chatbots using Chatfuel. I must say, this is our fourth webinar in 5 weeks, and the reason why we've been doing these webinars is because we have a big surprise for the market at the end of next week, essentially at the end of this month, where we're launching our training academy. And really, the training academy is going to be called Rekisa Academy, and we setting it up with the mission of helping entrepreneurs and small businesses with digital literacy, from understanding all there is to understand, when you want to set up your own e-commerce shop, to understanding the whole environment of digital marketing, this being one of them, to also understanding how to set up what we call business model innovation, how to innovate different business models, within your broader business so that you can identify and execute new revenue channels, right? So this webinar is the fourth webinar in 5 weeks about chatbots and how to create your own chatbot so that you can scale your customer interactions and your customer service, and have a chatbot that basically is available to your customers 24/7, 365. All right. So also before I start, it feels really really good seeing familiar names that we've been seeing in the last 5 weeks. We really really grateful, for you guys constantly just clicking and attending our sessions. Nom Sankomonde, it's a great pleasure to see you again after seeing you, from the other webinars. And Lisedi Rameseja. I must say, Lisedi is one of the very first people who always clicks on our invites, and she always attends. So I'm grateful to you guys. If I haven't given a shout out to anyone else who's been coming to us on a weekly basis, I do apologize. Those two names are just the two names I constantly see whenever I run these sessions. All right. So guys, I'm going to I'm going to try my best to have this session to be as interactive as possible, because I believe that's probably like one of the best ways to learn and to develop a new skill, is to be interactive and really just to drive the message home, with regards to what it is that we are doing here. So I'll mention it now. Whoever is keen and confident to share some information about their business, just like, unmute your mic, and then we'll have a conversation around about your business, how you get customers, how you engage with your customers, and we'll try to take your example and apply it on our chatbot so that everyone in the room can really just get a feel for how this thing works, right? We can do it with our own business, but I just believe that it will make much more sense, if we pull someone from the crowd. All right, no pressure to anyone. Just if you're confident and you're happy to participate, you can even type in your name in the chat, and then Tabang, will just mention who's going to be participating with us, when we're creating this chatbot. Okay, cool stuff. Let me stop boring you with the admin and let me get straight into this. So, chatbots, right? We've been in the world of chatbots for over 10 years now, right? And everyone has been exposed to a chatbot in one way or the other. Whether you are engaging with a chatbot on a business's website, or you're engaging with a chatbot on WhatsApp, or you're engaging with a chatbot on the DMs, on Facebook or Instagram or even TikTok. Everyone, I believe, has been exposed to a chatbot in one way or the other. However, in the last 3 years, there's been a big trend that has kicked off. This being AI, right? And there's a new way for entrepreneurs and small business owners to have the technology that would only be available to big businesses, because they have the big budgets. But now this tech has been scaled and it's been made available to anyone who has a business and wants to basically have an interaction with their customers around the clock, at scale, while they're still running their businesses. The introduction, or rather the growth of AI, has opened up a whole new niche of services, called it's called chatbot marketing, or WhatsApp marketing with chatbots, or AI marketing with chatbots. And we caught on to this trend mid last year, right, Tabang? Yeah, mid last year, towards the end of last year. That's when we were exposed to this. And we were like the crazy scientist, where we were constantly just learning how this thing works. And before we set up our own chatbot on our website, on our own WhatsApp number, we used to run Facebook ads, lead generation ads, where someone sees our advert and they give us their details on Facebook, and then we try to get a hold of them and they're never available, or it's not the right customer, or it's not the right time. And this was quite costly, because it would probably cost us 30 Rand, 50 Rand, 100 Rand, 100 Rand a lead, right? And it just wasn't sustainable. And once we found the chatbots and how we could, and we learned how we could basically run an advert on Facebook or Instagram, and have a button that says go to our WhatsApp, and that person, whoever clicked on that button, can engage with the chatbot. For us, it was a big game changer, because what cost us 50 Rand to get from Facebook, which was the lead, it cost us an average of 5 Rand, 10 Rand, 15 Rand, right? And we believe that, like, we saved a lot of money in terms of the people that come in and engage with us. And even though we know that not everyone who's going to come to us is going to buy, but at least we were able to get that lead at a much lower cost, right? So chatbots have helped our business, in terms of getting leads. It's just helped us to generate leads at a much more affordable rate. Preparing for this online training, as a matter of fact, we used our chatbot. Most of you guys would have received an invite from Karabo, our AI chatbot, a couple of days ago, saying, hey, we're running this thing online, right? Before the chatbot, we would have needed to send a message, a WhatsApp message, to over 900 people, either one by one if we wanted to engage with you by name, or we would have needed to do a broadcast message. The problem with broadcast messages is I would have needed to have a conversation with you first before I add you on my broadcast list, right? The problem with sending one by one personal message is I would have probably spent a couple of hours sending a message to like each and every person. Can you imagine? I had to send a message to Tabang, I had to send a message to Noms, I had to send a message to Sita, had to send a message to everyone who's actually here. That's a lot of time, right? So the world of AI chatbots has really just cut down that time so much, so that we can run this particular element while still doing the other things that we need to do in a business. You guys run businesses, you guys have 9 to 5 jobs, and you have a business on the side. So everyone is busy and everyone is starved for time, right? So I'm going to basically show you how to set up in the 50 minutes that we have left. I'm going to show you how to set up your chatbot on WhatsApp, right? For the purposes of this webinar, I'll show you how to set it up on WhatsApp. I'll show manually and using AI. I'll show you how to set up a re-engage message. So a re-engage message is a follow-up message from the first time that you would have engaged with this person, right? I'll show you how to set up a chatbot for your adverts on Facebook or Instagram. And then lastly, I'll show you how to set up attributes. Tabang, if I know I never spoke to you before, but if you have the courage, I might have to throw that part to you. Hopefully, we'll have time, and then we show the guys how to set up an attribute. But basically, an attribute is what we call a tag that allows you to identify all your different customer groups so that you can engage with them in specific ways. The guys that run online shops, we talk to them, the guys that run online shops on our platform, that is, we talk to them differently to the guys that are our NSBC customers. We talk to them differently to the guys that run digital marketing on our platform. Seja, yes, this session is being recorded, and you will get the recording first thing tomorrow morning once we've uploaded it onto our YouTube channel. All right, so cool. Let me get into it, guys. I'm going to present my screen so that my network is smooth. I'm going to mute my video. All right, and then Tabang and Manyana, you guys will be my eyes and ears. Okay, cool stuff. Let's get into it. Before I proceed, can everyone see my screen?
Yes, indeed.
Shot. All right,
Yeah,
cool.
we can see it.
Yeah, okay, that's great. All right, guys. So basically, I'll tell you first about Chatfuel. Who is Chatfuel? What does Chatfuel do? And what's our relationship with them? Chatfuel is an AI-powered chatbot platform that basically has created chatbots and have made these chatbots available to anyone who wants to set them up. Right? You can go on. It's just that I've already logged into my respective Chatfuel dashboard. But Tabang, please can you share the link to Chatfuel in the chat, so that everyone has access to it. And basically, how you will get access to your own Chatfuel platform is you will just click on the link, click on sign up, and it will lead you to either the option of signing up with your Facebook account or signing up with your Google account, and you will get access to what you see in front of you, right? From the get-go, Chatfuel gives you 7 days free trial, right? Regardless as to what chatbot you want to set up. You can either set up a chatbot on Facebook and Instagram. You can either set up a chatbot on WhatsApp. You can set up your chatbot on your website, and you can set up what we call a chatbot link, where maybe you work at an exhibition or you work at a market over the weekends and people want to engage with you. You can just share the link or the QR code to that chatbot, and they can basically engage with your chatbot. All right. So before you even use your promo code, your Rekisa promo code that I shared with you earlier on, Tabang, please share it with the team as well. It's Rekisa Chatfuel in big caps, Tabang, one word, right? Before you even use that promo code, you get 7 days free for your chatbot. All right. I encourage you to play around with it, and if you really feel that the 7 days wasn't enough, by virtue of using that promo code, you will get an extra 30 days, okay? Because we are a Chatfuel partner. So why do we want to encourage people to create chatbots? It's all the reasons that I mentioned earlier before. Engage with your customers at once, at scale, save costs, right? There is, with respect to the guys that work in sales or customer service, or even the entrepreneurs, it's no one can work 24/7, right? And no one can answer these questions 24/7. I don't know how many times I've had customers that come to us and they're like, they come to our website and they still ask us, how does it work? How much is it? Even though they went to our website, right? But we're in customer service, we're in sales. We have to always answer those questions. But now, instead of us having to answer these questions one by one, our chatbot can answer the questions for us, and then we get a notification. So you can engage with your customers 24/7. You can engage with them 365 across the calendar, 365 days across the calendar, and you don't have to like hire new people all the time to like scale your sales, at least to a certain extent, right? So we believe that if you don't have a website, you can use your WhatsApp channel, you can use your Facebook and Instagram DMs as sales channels for you to make your sales and service your customers. Okay, so let's do the first one. Let's set up the chatbot manually. So once you've logged into your dashboard, right? I'll show you just around what happens here. The very first place you'll go to is my first chatbot, my first bot, right? And you will click on new bot. But if you want to see all the bots that are available, you'll just click on see all bots, and then this is where you will see all the list of the bots that are available for you to use, all right, or the bots that you've already created. There's a couple of steps that you need to follow before you can start creating your chatbot. The most important one being connecting a phone number, all right? So I'll go to our existing chatbot so that you can see how that looks like, right? This is a live chatbot that we are using for our own business purposes on a day-to-day, right? So how you're going to set up your number is you will just click on connect my phone number. You don't see it on the other side because we've already connected a number, but you will click on connect number, and you'll click on the button that says next steps, right? And you'll click on connect. All right, so there's a couple of things that happen here. You can either use your own number, a South African number, or you can use a number that Chatfuel gives to you. It's an international number, right? They give you a number for free for the purposes of this session. Let's use this example. You'll click on get a new number, and then you'll click on the next button. As you can see, it requires me to click into my Facebook. So you'll click on Facebook, and then you just follow the steps. What happens here is that everything that happens is obviously private, and it has the highest level of security. What it means when it says continue with Facebook is that Chatfuel asks for permission to access your Facebook account, right? For the purposes of basically just connecting your Chatfuel account to your Meta business account. It's very important that you have a Facebook business account, right? For those that don't understand what a Meta business account is, it's another word for a Facebook business account. When you have a Facebook business account, you basically telling Facebook that you are a formal business, right? You're a formal business and you have a Facebook business page. You have a verified internet address, right? Rekisa.co.za or afrihost.co.za, whatever your internet address is. You have a valid internet address, you have a valid email address, and basically you advertise on Facebook. All right. It's important that you have this account active. It's free. It's quite easy to set up. You just you go onto Google and then you type out Facebook business account and then you follow the steps, right? Once this has happened and you're ready to go, your next step is to set up your flow, right? So I'll just take you through an existing account and how it looks like. Okay. So we've connected our chatbot to our number, right? This is our number. Because we have several businesses that operate on our chatbots. I think we have 4 chatbots that are operating at the same time. This is our main chatbot number. All right. The other thing that you need to understand is this number here, right? Once you've registered it for your chatbot, can you use it to make calls? Yes, you can use that number to make calls as well, but you can't use that number for another WhatsApp. So if you have WhatsApp that's registered under this number, unfortunately, you can't use it on Chatfuel. You need to use a number that has not been registered on WhatsApp, whether it's WhatsApp personal or WhatsApp business. It has to be a fresh number that hasn't been in use. All right. So once you've connected your chatbot, the very first step that you will go to is you will click on flows, right? I will move to the new screen. So you'll click on flows, and in flows, this is where you create your chatbot. All right. And I've done one or two setups, so that it's easier and fast to create this thing. But basically, when you create your flow, this what a flow is it's the journey that your customer will experience when they talk to your chatbot. When your customer says hi, your chatbot needs to respond. When your customer asks how much, your chatbot needs to respond, right? That's what we call a flow, a chat flow. So your dashboard should be blank. It doesn't have this start button, but I'll show you how to start. So you'll click on this blue button, right? That says add a block. And essentially, with add a block, you have several options to choose which blocks you want to actually set up, right? For the essence of this session, we will add a block for our WhatsApp channel. And the block we'll add is the chat that has been launched by a new user. So what that means is our customer saw our WhatsApp number wherever they saw it, and they want to talk to us. So they sending us a WhatsApp message the way that we all send WhatsApp messages. All right. So you want your chatbot to respond to your customer as soon as your customer has initiated a conversation. Okay, this was a duplicate, sorry. So essentially how it will start is you'll have this block that says the chat is launched by the customer, right? The first step that you need to take is you need to take your mouse to the bottom right corner of your block, right? Click and hold so that the arrow that flows to the next stage can basically connect to the next stage, right? So what this means is when your customer has sent you a message, automatically your flow will be triggered because you are telling the platform that when a customer says hi, something needs to happen, right? The flow needs to happen. The flow needs to start. So as soon as you've added your first flow arrow, you need to add the next one, right? And you will say, all right, cool. What do we want to do? We want to add a content block. So maybe let me just explain what all these blocks mean. The chat launched by new users is when a customer initiates a conversation with you. When your customer sends you a message to say hi, right? The bot link is, remember when I made the example earlier on, you at a market, you at a party, you at a conference, wherever you are, and you are unable to share your WhatsApp number with your customer, you can just share a QR code or your WhatsApp link, and basically your customer can just click on this link and it'll bring them to this bot, right? Maybe you have a website and you want your customers to engage with you on WhatsApp while they are on your website because maybe they want to know about pricing, right? You can add that. Maybe you're also still on a website, right? And you are running a promotion, 50% off whatever it is that you're selling, 30%, 20% off whatever it is that you're selling, and you want a pop-up that comes up on your website just before your customer leaves your website so that you don't miss a sale and they also get a promotion. Those are the 4 different ways that your customers can initiate a conversation with your chatbot, right? For this session, I'll only focus on the chat that's launched by new users. All right. So you would have clicked on it in order for you to get this particular block. Okay. So now we've set up the initiation stage, right? Now you need your bot to say hi to your customer, and you need to give your customer an option of what you want them to say. The best example is probably to click on content blocks. So with content blocks, you have a text plus button where you say something, and then you have several blocks or several buttons that give your customer an option of what you would like them to select, right? You have a section where you can add images, share images with your customers if you are selling a particular thing where you need them to see images. The same thing applies with the video, where you can share short videos with your customers when you're trying to explain a particular aspect of your product or service. You also can set up audio, you can share documents, you can give your customer a list of items that they can choose from. You can share your location with your customer, and then you can also share past templates that you would have created when you were running your marketing campaigns. All right, but this part here will make sense when I show you how to do re-engagements. Okay, and then Fuely AI is basically AI chatbots that have been created for you. Right, you don't want to do this manual thing. You want a chatbot that is almost like a sales rep, or that will sell the products for you, or it will help you to sort through your leads, by lead generation, by asking questions to certain customers. If they don't answer, then it only gives you the leads that are actually responsive. Maybe you want a chatbot that supports your customers around the clock when they come in and they ask you FAQs, or just a simple welcome agent that always just welcomes your customers as they come in, right? These bots here have been created for you automatically, so by adding certain answers to the questions that your customers would ask, your chatbot is done, and I'll show you how to set that up. But let me just show you how to set up this manual part, right? So, okay, guys, our flow is ready to go. This is where it starts. We now add our text and button. All right, we will say, hello, how can I help? Right, and maybe you want your customer to know about pricing. Maybe you want them to know about latest sale. Maybe they have a question about returns, right? Those by setting up a text and button block, you basically are in a space where you say something, right? You can type whatever you need to type in here, which most often will be a question that you are asking to your customer. And then these buttons that you add here are buttons that lead to your most appropriate answer. Okay, so that's basically how the text and the button section works. So now we've set that up. We want to add the next flow. We want to add the next block. We go back to our content block. What do we want to do? Okay, maybe we want the customer to type and tell us what they actually want to do, right? And we will select the collect user data, where we ask a question to our customer and our customer is the one that will answer. Okay, so how that will look like is I will put it next to the first block. And remember so now you have 4 options here. If all of these buttons lead to the next better block, regardless of what the answer is, then you can always use this main arrow here, because it doesn't matter what answer your customer gave you. The next stage is for them to go to the next block, right? But let's say you want to lead your customer to a different block if they selected the price, or a different block if they selected sales. How you can do that is you can create several different blocks, right? So that the answers for all the different buttons that they choose, they get a different answer. So the price block will be this one. If they choose latest sale, it will take them to this block, and returns will take them to another block, right? So let me just add that here. Okay, so they will go there, and then I will just remove this one. All right, cool. So what this means is if the customer has clicked on price, then you'll tell them that we charge 5,000 Rand per hour, whatever it is that you want, whatever it is that you want to answer them. This is what they will see if they click on the price button, right? Maybe the latest sale. You want to say here, we have a 50% promotion, right? And then you give them a discount coupon. Use promo code Rekisa Chatfuel, right? Cool. And maybe they want to know about returns, right? And you say to them, we have a 5-day return policy. Cool. So you have provided answers to either one of these buttons that they click on, so that they get the answer that they're looking for. All right. That's basically how the buttons and the one sentence and buttons block works, right? I'm going to move to the next section. So now this block here is the block where you want your customer to have like to type out the next response, right? So how that works is after you've answered their question, maybe you have a question, right, to ask them. What were you looking for? As an example, of course, right? And by having the correct answers, this will enable your customer to type out their answer, and your chatbot will receive that answer, and it will probably give the next response that you may want it to give to the customer. All right, that's basically the difference between these two buttons. This one, your customer won't get the chance to type out. They will choose whatever button that is relevant to them, right? If they type, some people would ask, okay, what if they type anyway, right? And I need them to get an answer. If they type in any case and you need them to get an answer, then what you would do is you will set up the section where even if they answer, right, even if they type out whatever, I saw you at my friend's party last week. I want to know how your services work, right? This is what your customer has said here. Then automatically the bot will take them to the next block that makes sense for them to go to. All right, that's basically how those blocks work. Taban, can you please tell me how we're doing for time?
We are about halfway through the session. You left it like 30 minutes.
All right, cool stuff.
29 minutes.
Okay. All right, guys. So basically you would repeat this structure here. You'll repeat this process here until your customer has completed their journey. How it will look like in real life, right? How it looks like in real life for us is like this, right? Our customer comes in, they want to know whatever it is they want to know. Maybe they came in for NSBC, maybe they came in for Rekisa, maybe they came in for marketing. They will send us a message on WhatsApp. You can do this right now or on your phones. You can send a message right now to that to our WhatsApp number. Tabang, you can share the WhatsApp number, and essentially Garabo will say hi to you. Hi, my name is Garabo. How can I help you today, right? And then immediately you are taken to the next block. You are interested in joining the NSBC. As soon as you click on this NSBC button, you are categorized as an NSBC customer, and then we basically take you to all those blocks. We did all of these blocks manually, right? Welcome to NSBC. How would you like to join the country's biggest business ecosystem? I'm interested to join. They click on this button and they go to the next step where we answer their question and we ask them a question, but we don't want them to type. We want them to click the button that is most relevant for our own purpose, right? Why did we do that? Because we're also doing research. We believe that we learned that if the customers are always just typing out, which is okay, the problem is that we are unable to do the research and find out what's working and what's not, right? These buttons that you see on the different blocks you see 96%, 5%, 82%, 20%. This is data, right? And when you are advertising online and you are selling things online, data is everything, because then you can make decisions based on the data, right? If, as an example, a lot of our customers are coming in here and we're telling them about NSBC and they saying, no, I'm not interested in NSBC, then we need to make a decision. Like, do we carry on advertising NSBC to people or do we just stop immediately? These are just some of the decisions that we would make, right? And essentially what these decisions, how these decisions come to be is we are able to create attributes, right? I know attributes was something that I said I would create later, but what an attribute is basically it's a tag that allows you to group your customers or to group responses in different sections so that you are able to get data and understand who is who, what your customers are saying, and once you get that data, you're able to make it work for your business, right? So how will that work? All right, so you have your buttons, right? If you want to set up an attribute for these buttons, you will basically click on your blue button and you will click on actions, right? So actions are basically the actions that you need the system to do when the person, your customer, is engaging with your chatbot, right? These are a bit more advanced, guys, and I don't want to spend too much time on them. But for the essence of this session, I will just click on set user attribute, right? Remember, you're selling online, and you need to be able to categorize responses. You need to be able to group customers so you can sell the right product at the right price to the right person at the right time, right? If any of you guys have been exposed to marketing, you'll understand that, like, it's called the 4 Ps. I just forgot what the 4 Ps actually stand for, but it's basically talking to the right person, selling at the right price at the right place as well. And how the attribute is created is you look at the button that you want to create the attribute for, price, right? You will click on this small button here, and you're going to say the attribute is price. Tabang, please correct me if I'm wrong here, right? You will say the amount is price, right? So now what that means is when your customer, did I do it properly?
Yes, it's all good. It's all good.
All right, sure. Thanks, man. So basically what this means, guys, is when the customer asks you, like, if they want to know how much it is, right? You will set a category to say the amount is price. So basically, when 20% of your customers have clicked on this button here, right? You will be able to know that 20% of customers that came in asked about the price. And how that will work is once you've set an attribute for either one of your responses, you will take this arrow that was originally there, you will take it to your actions button, and then your actions button will go to your respective block that was otherwise on your price. All right. And
Tato,
yeah.
I just have a quick correction when it comes to that.
Okay.
So you see where you currently are in the state of the flow. I think the more appropriate attribute would be that reason for coming to chat, because that's where they'll be distinguishing between what is the customer coming back for. Is it price related, or are they coming back related to to the latest sales or returns?
I'm with you.
So the more relevant attribute in that case would be reason for customer coming to chat, or reason.
But essentially, they would change it here, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. All right. Cool stuff. Thank you for that, Tabang. So essentially, guys, once you've set up all your attributes, this is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about attributes. Once you've set up your attributes, I said that I mentioned you want to talk to the right people at the right time. 2 days ago, right? Some of you received an invite directly from us. How did we know who to send a message to? We sent that message to 3 types of our customers. We sent the message to our customers that are looking for NSBC services. We sent the message to our customers that are looking for e-commerce services. We also sent that message to our existing customers, right? Because everyone can get a lot of value from setting up their chatbots, and over 900 people were reached, right? If we didn't want to invite all 900 people and we just wanted to invite our existing customers, we would have basically just selected send to, select our specific attribute, and it would have only been sent to that relevant person that we were looking for. All right. So setting up attributes basically just allows you to categorize all your customers, so that if you sell clothes, you don't sell you're not going to offer shoes to your customer that's always just buying t-shirts. I'm just making a very bad example, right? If you sell wheels or tires, as an example, you're not necessarily going to sell a car bonnet or vehicle paint to the customer that's always just buying tires from you, right? That's basically, like, the whole point about attributes. but I'm going to proceed now. So now, once you've set up your chatbot and you believe your chatbot is somewhat ready or you want to test it out, right? There's a couple of steps that you would need to do. Obviously, you need to connect your chatbot to your number, right? But you can always click on this button that says test chatbot. No, not that one. Sorry. Please ignore that. You'll go to your flow and you can always click on this button that says test flow, right? And essentially, when you test your flow, you will be able to test how your chatbot is responding to the messages that you are setting up, right? So, like, this is just loading for now, but maybe let's try it here. You will click on test flow, and basically, when your customer comes in, this is the message that you would have sent to them, right? Hello, how can I help? And they will click on price. Once they've clicked on price, then that will be your immediate response that you give them, right? And maybe you want to say something else. Where can I get it? Maybe this is what your customer asks you, right? But you haven't set up an answer for where they can get it. So they're not going to get an answer, right? But now this is where the human being, this is where you will come in, because you will see it in the live chat. Every time your customer engages with you, the messages will come here, and your team or yourself can always just answer the customer when they have that question. How that looks like. So this is our chatbot, and we will ask it how much, right? Because of how we've set it up, it will ask automatically as to, okay, what are we looking for here? Are we looking for joining NSPC? We click on NSPC and it leads to the next stage. All right, this is how our bot is working currently. But let's say you happen to be on the bot, or you got the messages, right? For privacy purposes, I'm not gonna go into detail with how our conversations look like, but basically, if you happened to be on your chatbot, you can see the chat history that your customers have had with your chatbot, and you can also respond to your customer, right? And then they will get that message automatically in their WhatsApp, all right? That's basically how you set up your chatbot manually. Let's say you want to set up the chatbot using AI. This system makes this whole process a lot easier. You will basically click on the blue button and you will click on Fuely AI. I learned earlier on that it's actually called Fueli. I used to call it Fuely AI. And maybe you want to set up the chatbot that maybe you run appointments, all right? You want your customers to book appointments to your business. This, you will click on book appointments, and basically this chatbot is set. Or the only thing that you need to do is to click on that setup button and answer all the questions that have been asked here, right? Once you've answered all these questions, basically your customers will click on your chatbot, and the bot will automatically answer those questions for your customers or to your customers. All right. Before Fueli was launched, we had to do this on ChatGPT and then integrate the chatbot onto Chatfuel. It was a simple process, but quite complicated. But essentially, once you've set up your respective Fueli chatbot, this arrow here by start, it will now go straight to your Fueli chatbot, and you won't need these other blocks. All right. For this example, let's just make a very basic one. We'll call it Tato. It speaks English. The name is Rekisa, the name of the business. E-commerce business. We are an e-commerce business. We sell marketing. I'm just making these up, guys. Why should they book this meeting? Because they need our help. All right. So I'll answer all those questions. Book online. And once I've given these questions to Fueli, I will follow some other steps. No, you don't have to do anything by connectors. Everything has already been done for you. The first stage of your Fueli AI is ready. All right. You want them to book a meeting, and you want them to take your customers to a live chat once that meeting has been booked. And again, if you need to test it, you will click on test. It will come up, but let's test it out. Hi, Let's see if Fueli works. All right, maybe Fueli isn't set up the way that I needed to set it up. There's a couple of other steps that we would need to take in the chatbot. But again, you'll come back here. You need to complete this entire information, right? Once you've completed it and you've connected your WhatsApp button, then your Fueli bot will be ready. How that looks like, I hope it will load automatically and faster. Okay, I wanted to show you how it would look like. But while we load it, because I just want to show you how it would look like once it's ready. All right. While this is loading, now let's assume we are running an advert on Facebook or Instagram, or we just did a post and we want people to engage with us on WhatsApp, right? We run various adverts on our see it as an advert on Instagram or Facebook, and you will see this button that says inquire now. When your customer clicks on this button that says inquire now, they basically chatbot, they will engage with your bot. All right. There's a couple of things that you would need to do in the background in order for you to engage, and basically they'll come to your flow. All right. Let's say that button says inquire now, as you have checked here, right? So to that button. But the sentence that says unlock your child's potential, calling all parents, blah, blah, blah. That's the body message, right? But the button that says inquire now, when your customer clicks on inquire now, you need to load the sentence inquire now. You need to load it on your keywords, right? Because then what the system needs to learn is it needs to learn that, okay, this person came from Facebook, they clicked on the button that says inquire now, and I need to give them an answer. So we'll add our keywords in here. And once we've added our keywords, we basically say load them to flow so that the chatbot can respond to them automatically when they've clicked on inquire now. All right. This is where we add all our keywords, right? How much is it? That's another keyword that normally comes from our side. If a customer comes in and they don't click on the button, they just wanted to know how much, or they said hi. These are all keywords, common keywords that you want your chatbot to respond to, right? Some customers say hi, some customers say hey, some customers say hello, some customers say please help, right? So all the common words that your customers would use, you will add them in here as keywords, and you need to always select flow on both sides so that your chatbot can be triggered and it can engage with your customers. That's basically all you need to do when you are running adverts from Facebook and Instagram and you need your customers to engage with you live on WhatsApp. All right. So now I'm going to go through the next stage, and that is re-engagements, right? What is a re-engagement and how is it created? So a re-engagement message is basically a point where you want to speak to the people that you want to speak to your customers again at scale. You want to engage with people that came to you but never bought, right? And you just want to sell them the next promotion. You want to thank them for coming to a webinar, right? How you will set up that re-engagement, you will click on re-engage and you will click on the button that says create campaign, right? So now before I proceed, there's a couple of steps that you need to follow. You need to make sure that you have a WhatsApp Manager. What WhatsApp Manager allows you to do, similar to Facebook Business, WhatsApp has a business platform that enables you to advertise on WhatsApp. And all these messages that you normally get from us, that's because we have WhatsApp Manager, right? Once you have WhatsApp Manager, then you can run the re-engagement messages. I moved very quick there. So essentially how that will look once you've set up your WhatsApp Manager is you will click on campaign, and then all your campaigns that you've ever created will be here, right? Because you haven't created any campaigns, it will be blank. All right. Again, I'm being told I need to connect my WhatsApp to WhatsApp business, my number to WhatsApp Business. All right. So I'll click on connect and then I'll follow the steps. But in a live account, it will look like this. So the first step that I'll take is I'll click on WhatsApp Manager, and it will take me to my WhatsApp Manager profile. As you can see, this is our WhatsApp Manager profile. We have several WhatsApp Manager profiles. I think you can have up to 10 WhatsApp Manager profiles. You can't have more than that. But basically we want to create an advert that allows us to engage with our customers again, right? Because I wanted to drive this message home, I created a re-engage message that you guys will receive once you have once this webinar has ended. That's if we have your number, of course, all right? Or that's if we have your correct number. If you didn't get it, then that's because we don't have your number. Or maybe you've blocked us, we don't know. But essentially how you create it, on the right-hand side is just a preview of how this message will look like. But how did I get this message to look the way that it looks like? All right, cool. The first step is I need to label my template, right? Webinar thank you message. The next step is to choose, do I want to add an image? Do I want to share a video? Do I want to share a document? Do I want to share where I am? I just said select heading so that it can say, thank you for attending our online training, Tato. Where you see this code that says 1, that's basically a small code that we've created for the platform, for WhatsApp, to pick up the person's name. All right. This is the attribute. So our this 1 is what we call an attribute on WhatsApp. This is where we added our message. So we said, hi, 1. 1 is the person's name. And wanted to thank you, blah, blah, blah. And essentially, we added the name again by the block. And we can also add buttons, right? So what are these buttons? You can add 2 buttons that lead to your website. Maybe the one button goes to one website, and maybe the other button goes to another website, right? So we've set up a button that goes to Chatfuel, and this is Chatfuel's website. And then we set up another button that has your promo code. And then the third button is basically if you want to call us so that we can tell you more about this. How you add these buttons is you'll click on add button, and then you can choose whichever button you want to add in there. Once you've done that and your template is ready, you just click on submit for review, right? It takes a couple of minutes. It takes less than 1 minute for WhatsApp to review this particular template. And essentially, I can go to the bathroom, I can have a sip of water, come back, refresh my screen. Once WhatsApp has accepted my template, then it will say approved and pending quality. Now my template is ready. I will go back to Chatfuel. I will refresh my Chatfuel page so that my message, my re-engage message can be loaded on Chatfuel, right? So now, once I've done that, just takes a bit long, guys, sorry. Once I've done that, I can now select who I want to send it to. I'll click on create campaign. Sometimes it takes a bit longer to load on Chatfuel, so just give it a couple of minutes or just refresh your page again. And then ultimately, once it has loaded on Chatfuel, you will then, using your attributes, you will make sure that you send the message to the right person. Let's just make a duplicate of a past message so that I can show you how it actually looks like, right? So your campaign would have loaded in here, and you will click on edit, right? Once you've clicked on edit, you will label your campaign, right? Thank you for coming. And essentially, you can choose when you want to send it. Maybe you want to send it immediately. You want to send it on schedule. You want to send it after a certain trigger. Maybe your customer clicked on a previous button and you want to send a message to that particular customer. Our thank you message that's coming will only be sent to all the people that attended the webinar, as an example, right? Once we've set up our we'll just say schedule, we'll pick the time. We want it to be sent tonight at 8. All right, we want it to be sent at 8:08. That's fine. We don't want it to be sent again. And then we can choose who we want it to be sent to. We want it to be sent to all of these customers. And I also want to send it to Tabang because I like him. right? I'll say first name and I will type out Tabang. If there is a Tabang in my matches, then Tabang will get my message, right? So if I'm looking for my customers, for a specific customer, then I will look and find that customer now. And essentially, there's 901 people that this message will be sent to, and then I can just click on schedule. All right. That's basically how the re-engagement works, how you create your re-engagement messages on WhatsApp and on Chatfuel. I've also shown you how you can create your flows, albeit it was quite a sprint because of the limited time that we have together. But that's basically like how you create your chatbots on WhatsApp. The other platforms that you can create your chatbot is on Instagram and Facebook, where similar to how your customers will create it on WhatsApp or will engage with you on WhatsApp, you can set up the same flow in your DMs on Facebook and Instagram in the event that your customers have questions. All right. So that's basically how Chatfuel and the chatbots work, guys. I strongly encourage you to create a free account. If ever you get stuck, Chatfuel has a quite a helpful team in the help button, right? They have a really good blog where they can answer some of your questions. But we also here to help you and to train you even further if you need more time on how to actually set up your own chatbots and basically engage with your customers at scale 365 24/7. All right. So now I'm going to open up the floor to questions if there are any questions. And then, yeah, I'll be happy to answer. Are there any questions from anyone? If you have a question, you can just unmute your mic, but I've opened up the chat. Are there no questions?
Currently there are no questions in the chat. So anyone with a question can just unmute their mic and
Nomsa, you are on mute.
Okay, hi Tato, how are you?
Hi there, Nomsa.
You were quite a sprint, man. I couldn't quite get everything there. Actually, my screen is so small. I couldn't maximize it because I'm watching on the phone. So you said, what channel am I gonna be able to grab all this information you just
so we'll send you, so each day after this training, we normally send you an email with the link to the video. The video is on our YouTube channel, right? So you'll get a link to the video. We'll make sure that we also send you the link via WhatsApp through our chatbot, so that you can view this video. But all our videos are loaded on our YouTube channel.
Oh, thank you.
Right.
Thank you. That's all for
Great
now.
stuff.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you, Namsa. Okay. All right. Guys, so again, while we have 2 minutes of your time, I'm going to emphasize again that these webinars are really to get a community going, so that you can be aware of our upcoming online training platform, because we are on a mission to help people to basically sell online, and we are on a mission to help people understand all the different digital tools that are available to you to advertise to your customers, to reach customers online, and basically run a sustainable online business. We've been doing it for 4 years. Whether you have a website or you don't have a website, I believe you can make use of a chatbot so that you can reach your customers. All right. I'm saying this, we are not experts, we are students, and we want to share this information with other students of life. And if you have more questions or you need any help with training on Chatfuel, on Apollo that we did last week, on e-commerce, on digital marketing, we are here to help you. All right. So as I confirmed, the link will be shared tomorrow with you via email, and we'll also share it with you on chat. But I thank you for your time. If there aren't any other questions, I will stop this recording, and I wish you a very good night. Thank you very much for your time, guys. Have yourselves a lovely evening. Regards.